talked about Isaac Newton, talked about Einstein. These guys were great philosophers in as much as they were great scientists. So what's limiting you? What's limiting you? Maybe the reason why the youth can no longer think is because their choices of subjects have been limited. Otherwise, we're having great inventors at the level of high school. They cannot even think. And what's the role of philosophy? It encourages thinking, encourages abstract reasoning, logic. Come on. What are we doing to these young persons? Hi, this is Dr. Foy. So today I just want to make a comment about the educational system in Cameroon. You see, we're in the 21st century, 2025, and in Cameroon, they are still teaching secondary school students how to prepare sulfuric acid, how to prepare hydrochloric acid. Those were things which were taught in 1885, even before the 1900s. Those are things we were taught long ago. I don't know how that's going to help a young person, like in this 21st century, the age of AI, how to prepare hydrochloric acid. It's archaic. It's archaic. The most important thing you should be teaching these young men or these youths is how they can fit themselves into the changing world, into the world of AI. AI is the next thing. That's the next thing. I think the most important thing you can do, in fact, to you parents, it's unfortunate that the educational system is messed up. Really, really messed up. Because, for example, if you are maybe during your O levels, you did both science and art subjects like economics, maths, physics, chemistry, history, geography, and the others. You see, most of these guys really perform really well. Like, you have A grades in all the subjects, both arts and science subjects. But once you get to high school, you are limited to arts or science. So it's either this or that, as if they were mutually exclusive events. You can actually be a good scientist and a good artist. Throughout history, we've had a lot of scientists who were both scientists and artists. In fact, we have people like Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Francis Bacon, Leibniz, Thomas Edison, and even the famous Steve Jobs, who was both a scientist and a great businessman, a great marketer. So why are you telling us you limit the students to arts or science? It's very difficult to see a student who is studying philosophy and physics at the level of the high school. You cannot find a student studying economics and physics or economics and further mathematics. It greatly limits their potentials. And most of these students who end up studying science in the high school were very good in economics, were very good in history. But once they get to high school, they have limited options. Limited options. It's terrible. The educational system needs to change. It needs to adapt with the changing world. It needs to adapt. It needs to adapt. What the hell is this? So I think the educational system has a long way to go. Definitely has a long way to go. So for students, you have to take up the responsibility to study as if you had no one to tutor you. If you are good in economics, go ahead and study economics. If you are good in both economics and science, do the two. Just go ahead and do the two. If you are good in philosophy and physics, go ahead and study your philosophy and study your physics. It might not help you now, but it's definitely going to help you. Like I talked about Isaac Newton, talked about Einstein. These guys were great philosophers in as much as they were great scientists. So what's limiting you? What's limiting you? Maybe the reason why the youth can no longer think is because Their choices of subjects have been limited. Otherwise, we're having great inventors at the level of high school. They cannot even think. And what's the role of philosophy? It encourages thinking, encourages abstract reasoning, logic. Come on, what are we doing to these young persons? Okay, so I'm Dr. Foy. When I'm not consulting, I'm here to stimulate you so you can think. All right, see you in the next video.